It's official, I can now call myself a true Hobbit movie fan. I went to the midnight premiere of the first one, I went to the double feature premiere of the second one, and I just got back from the trilogy marathon premiere of the third one. 3 for 3, baby. The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. No spoilers here. So this is the third and final chapter in the Hobbit trilogy, plus it's pretty much the last cinematic visit to Middle-earth we're ever gonna get, so fans everywhere are just feeling the end of an era here. Now there were a few things that I was hoping would be awesome in this movie. Most of them came through, but a couple didn't. I'll start off with Smaug because he is just a killing machine in this movie. You don't get to see him too much because, you know. But I'm just saying, Smaug is still the greatest dragon of all time in my opinion. Did you see that Colbert interview? That was pretty funny. Another thing that really came through for me in this movie was the story with Dol Guldur and Sauron. We saw in the trailer that Saruman and Elrond and Galadriel, they all come back to rescue Gandalf. What goes down in this scene is like the most epic shit I've ever seen. My main hope for this movie was that it would do what it promised, which was to be the movie that connects the Hobbit trilogy to the Lord of the Rings trilogy and make it seem like it all just flows. And does it do that? Well, yeah, it really does connect them in a lot of ways. After you're done watching it, you feel like you want to go watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy now just to see how it all connects. Yes, we do now have our 6-part, completely epic Middle-earth cinematic saga brought to us by Peter Jackson. However, this final chapter is not completely flawless. I was hoping there wouldn't be any loose ends. I thought Peter Jackson was gonna be good about that. But there are a couple of little tiny ones that as I was walking home I thought, yeah, whatever happened with that thing? Also, there are a couple of little things in this movie that I'm just gonna say it. They straight up don't make sense. Like something will appear in this movie for like 5 seconds and it won't show up for the rest of the movie. The only time we get to see this thing in any of the Middle-earth movies is the 5 seconds that it's in this one. Like, why is it even here? What purpose does it serve? Maybe it'll have a bigger part in the extended edition, but the theatrical release is the first impression. I want to talk about Thorin in this movie because I didn't talk about him all that much in the videos I made on the previous 2 films. Now that the dwarves have reclaimed the city of Erebor, Thorin is now reunited with those mountains and mountains of gold. In the trailer you saw that he was starting to show a dark side, wasn't he? I will have war. The trailer didn't show squat. Thorin loses his mind in this movie, and it is an awesome performance. I gotta give all sorts of props to Richard Armitage specifically for this movie because I just dug his performance. Everyone else's acting was great as well, but Richard gets first place. So with this movie going on and all these armies fighting each other, men and dwarves and elves and orcs, it did start to get a little bit boring. Luckily, those didn't last painfully long. I will say though, at the end of this movie, when it's wrapping up its story and pretty much the entire journey that we, the moviegoers, have been going on through Middle-earth, a lot of tears were shed. If a movie is just monumental or tragic in every way to me, I will shed like 1 or 2 tears at most. The end of this movie, I was crying buckets, man. Buckets! That's a new record for me. Shut up, it's manly. But damn it, man, the ending to this movie just wiped me out emotionally. So there are some parts of this movie that are just amazing, fantastic, tear-jerking, but there are a couple of other parts that feel like misplaced. No weird handheld looking shots in this movie though, that's a good thing. Of the 3 Hobbit films, this is the one that feels the most like Lord of the Rings. I think everyone can agree. And the icing on the cake is Billy Boyd's song during the end credits. I saw the light fade from the sky. I'm definitely seeing this movie again because it was awesome. So here's my question for you. Would you prefer this movie to still be called There and Back Again, or are you just all for the Battle of the Five Armies? After seeing this movie, yeah, I still wish it was There and Back Again. But whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.